Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more Strange Antiquities. We're going to be ending the day, I think, straight away here. Quick check on things we haven't identified versus those we have. Quite a lot of those, which is nice. So I don't know what this is, but yeah, we'll get to that, I'm sure. Let's end the day. Now, let's just quickly remind ourselves what's going on with this little narrative thing here. So... the man who got away, so it's Barton, isn't it? You know, the guy with the eye patch. He brings the casket to a trusted friend, the curator of the museum in Undermere. The curator learned that the Nalian casket is a dark article, a class reserved for the most cursed and the most dangerous of objects. He locked it away deep within the museum's archives, along with other such artifacts that are best kept from public eyes. Could be worth remembering that the museum... We did visit the museum. He sent us away with a flea in our ear, pretty much. But it might be worth remembering that we may potentially at some point want to try revisiting that. I am under the barn where the axe meets the tree. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure that's going to relate to the city map. Barn seems to imply, a farm, perhaps. I'm also thinking there may be a so if we look at that card, that to me looks like that shape of houses there, that kind of bearded axe almost. Under a barn where the axe meets the tree. Now, that's the folly, but should we click on that? No. Okay, so we'll click on the folly then, perhaps. We'll look at the map again. Where the axe meets the tree. Under the barn... Maybe there's a configuration of houses that look like a tree? "30 is the farm, however that's over here. I mean, I've leapt to the conclusion it's that configuration of houses. It very well might be something else. With the axe, I mean, it could be... Could be this? Nope. Here. Okay, axe meets the tree. Seeing if they're like a pine. Wood. Okay, we have... I got it. We got Woodcutter's Lane and Pine Road here. So so where the axe meets the tree. I'm thinking is this, but what's 9? Stockside Rock. I don't think it's that, but I think it could be this. Yes. Okay, cool. To the side of the house, it's a dilapidated barn. The stench of manure is overpowering. There is no sign of an owner, so I search carefully, not sure exactly what I'm looking for. Suddenly, I spy a flash of blue. A bottle. This is it. Cool. Let's pop you over here. Should we have a little go, maybe trying to identify a couple of things before we open the shop? I'll keep moving down past the stuff we've already seen. I think the last thing I did was Shadow Anchor. The shin is something related to the ocean, isn't it? Common items are made using materials with a connection to the ocean. They begin as superstition, simple objects made by sailors and fishermen to keep their boats safe. But with the help of the old thaumaturges, they became something more, and many lives were saved. Not a lot to go on, but we can imagine it could be like driftwood or something like that, possibly. I mean, seems like an obvious one. It feels more witchcrafty, that one. What have I got over here? I've only got this now. Limestone. It's not particularly redolent of the sea, is it? Oak. Like, I think this is the opposite of the paralysis rune. So I think that maybe indicates like freedom or something like that. Now, I may not have the item yet. Let's have a look at this one I've just found. Blue painted porcelain. Cold and smooth. Oh, scent like a brewing storm. That's interesting. But nothing particularly there. Okay. Alright, let's move on from Shin. I don't think there's quite enough there for me to go on as just yet. Spirit Eye, though. Fear. It's not exactly clear exactly what they do show. Another layer beneath the visible world, perhaps. A layer that requires something more than the traditional senses to experience. They draw their power from the opposing symbols inscribed on them. I'm sure Spirit Eye is one I've... Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that. I've marked it in green, possibly prematurely. I'm pretty confident with that one, I remember. But obviously we haven't had to give it to anyone yet, so it's not confirmed. Tormund's Bane. These can be rolled along the tongue to cure Tormund's paralysis, or worn about the neck to protect against the curse. Like most items that ward against curses, they emit a diurnic field pattern. So I'm pretty sure, I've already said I think this is the opposite of paralysis. So let's just see. Diurnic is the sort of separate half circle things, i.e. that. So I'm pretty sure this is that. What else did it say? We could have a look at Tormund's Paralysis in the Curses book and just kind of see what that says. But again, I'm pretty confident. It affects the mouth and tongue so that speech becomes impossible. You can see that this, you would hold this, I think, and roll this. So I would imagine that this moves, spins freely. There we go. Nothing really to remark about it. I feel confident enough to at least red label that. Tormund's Bane. Was it Bane? Yes. Okay, so let's hang you on my maybe shelf. Let's try one more before we open up. We're getting towards the end now in terms of ones I either think I can identify or that I think I have. Witch's Finger. I said to be the severed digits of the Witch of Undermere, capable of inflicting intense pain, but the goal is supposedly a purification. Most unpleasant experience, but a last resort. I mean, it feels obvious that it could be that. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't think it is that. I'm going to go past Witch's Finger. I'm not confident on that one. Wixic Cord. Despite the name, these simple-looking items do not produce a Wixic field. They belong to the diurnal branch. They cause a freezing effect in the body, earning them the nickname Medusa Stones. Fortunately, the effect is not permanent. Now, I think it could be this, because I remember this one saying that it feels cold. We're looking for a diurnal thing, which can be one of two. So Diurnic, which I think we know, but the Noctic. I think this could be Noctic, but I'm going to need to just verify that a little bit. Done the wrong way around. I think it must be that. Small at the bottom, big at the top. Oh. Maybe it's not that then. I'll check the Diurnic, but I'm pretty sure I know what that is. Oh, in the middle. Yeah, Dionic. Okay, so it's not this one. Oop. Yeah, okay, so let's put that back. Where's Dionic? Freezing effect in the body. Okay. Medusa? Snakes, maybe? It is the right pattern. Do I get a sort of a freezing sense from it? Remind me what that gemstone signifies. Yeah, I don't think it is that. Night and darkness. I would expect to get more of a freezing sensation off it. It is diurnal. It does say it has energy to it, this one, doesn't it? Painted black. Not hot. Yeah. I would expect it to be like a paralysis type thing. There is this one. That's got the paralysis symbol on it, I think. Okay. Because it's got the paralysis symbol, I'm going to put it in red, but I think that's a Wixit chord. Alright, let's try another one. Zia I think I've done. What's a Zephim? Irim. Resonant objects give off a faint odour familiar to any thaumaturge. The scent of the storm of Oza. Okay, well I think I know what this is then. When these vapours are inhaled, they can unlock deep wells of anger and channel them into a powerful maelstrom, the power of the west wind. Okay, so the only thing I'm going to test here is if this is a resonant object. It does appear that it is, so I think that's a Zephyrim. We'll do it in red because, you know, it's not confirmed. But I'm pretty confident saying that's what that is. Alright, let's open up the shop. Simone. Good morning. Yes, and to you too, Jupiter. Oh, my little kitty cat. I'm getting more concerned about my mother. Hearing about that poor lady who drowned frightened me. But she'll turn up. She always does. I've had another breakthrough. This time I'm certain it's a clue that leads to another hidden part of Strange Antiquities. Oh, good, good, I like these. Let's have a look. From the individual, a stone for dark purposes. From the celestial, a stone of the earth. From the diurnal, a stone of death. Dark purposes, earth, death. Let's have a look. That kind of, yeah, death and decay. This should be diurnal. Now, diurnal can be noctic. Okay, so yeah, so that tracks. So we're looking for something with that, something of the earth. The green, earth and nature, green. And the last one was dark purposes from the individual. So individual means Mentic or Wixic. Okay, dark green with red flecks. Okay, so that's that one. Earth, we want a green stone. Yeah, that could work. And then a death one, like, I think it's this one, isn't it? Dark blue green. There we go. Huzzah! Okay, we've got another one of these little puzzles. So, we know how this works now. We want a half moon light on the left-hand side. There we go. Let's go to the clock. Okay, nice and easy. Bing, 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 bing. Okay, what do we got? Dark green gemstone. Nothing particular to remark of it. Vibrates with energy. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, well, let's have you over here. Very nice. Okay, we can archive that. Jacob Priestley.
Thank you for them ever. I have seen into the yawning deep. I have seen beauty beyond the comprehending mind. The price is steep, but I pay it gladly. My shadow anchor, broken, must replace.
Now this is on my maybes list. I was fairly confident with it though, so let's test the theory. There we go. The kyanite gemstones point to the fact it anchors the mind. Yeah, we guessed that. A mentic field as well, which we verified. So there we go. Ooh. Interesting. Okay, so let's put this into green and find a space for it. So should go here. But it's a bit cramped, but we'll leave it like that. I think these things kind of have, yeah, they're going to take up a lot of space, and I move those over. So
You have shown yourself to be a useful ally in these worrisome times. Keep an eye on the lake in the coming days. When blackened eyes seek the casket and waters turn to midnight, form the sacrament to faith in Holgar.
the sacrament is a baptism ceremony in which one's life is pledged to the warrior god Holgar. It is performed by a blood priest within a stone circle. In spring, a charm of green growth. In summer, a pendant of the yellow sun. In autumn, an instrument of the red night. In winter, a totem of blue fire. Okay, well, we'll have to hang on to this. I'm not sure if I want to do that, but yeah, we'll hang on to it for now. Just want to run a shop, man.
I'm afraid this letter was sorted incorrectly and ended up doing a round trip to Kendall and back. Better late than never.
This is from Barton. I've spent a long time looking for an object that I believe to have been lost somewhere in the catacombs. The adventurer and thaumaturge Marwen left a trail to her hidden stash, or so the story goes. I followed it as far as the ossuary of the damned, a chilling, bone-filled alcove carved into a natural chamber in the upper levels. But it seems her markings have been worn away by time after that. I pass on this story to you in the hope that you can succeed where I have failed. Okay? Let's go have a look. Probably this, I would imagine. Yeah, let's have a look. I am able to follow Marwen's trail for a while, but the carved markings have faded and worn by centuries of weathering. By the time I reach the ossuary, I can no longer make them out at all. Fortunately, I've always wanted an excuse to use a Carrick's candle. Oh, okay, this is one I haven't identified. However, the idea that this is made of wax, or at least has a symbol for wax on it, suggests that could be the one I'm looking for. Let's see what it says. Produce an invisible light, allowing a glimpse into the past. The effect is often murky and blurred, but it works passably on stationary objects. They're marked by a depiction of a candle upon their surface. Well, this means wax, and I think this means fire. So wax, fire. What is wax with fire at the top? It's a candle. So I think this has got to be it. Now, what was it called? Carrick's candle. So let's we'll be bold. We'll go green. Can't think what else would suit. The symbol for flame is rendered above the symbol for wax, a depiction of a candle. Stalagmites retreat under the light of the candle as I hold it aloft and search the shifting rock walls for any sign of Marwen's trail. Suddenly, I see it, an M etched into the rock as clear as if it had been carved yesterday. I follow the trail in an excited hurry, tripping and stumbling as the candle distorts the height of the floor until I come to its end at a small boulder. Rolling the rock to one side, I reach behind it and reclaim Marwen's lost treasure. Oh, hello. Interesting little iron lady. Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden, dude. Cool. Apologies for that. Right, Carrick's candle would go in there if it... Oh, it's the wrong colour. There we go. Alright, that's going pretty well. Oh, Verona's... Oh no, her eyes are black. The time has come to decide, thaumaturge. The casket wants to be opened. The casket will be opened. Oop. Nothing can stop it now, and yet there is still a part of this mind that will not be quieted. Help me to calm this clamouring rage inside my head. This is your chance to elevate yourself above the scurrying ants that absently crawl through their meaningless lives. Right. Zephyrim is one we think we've just identified, so let me just recheck what it actually does. They can unlock deep wells of anger and channel them into a storm. Is that what we want her to do? What's the abrasive nether do? Purge unwanted memories. Okay, that's... Time has come to decide. The casket wants to be opened. Nothing can stop it now, and yet there is still part of this mind that will not be quieted. Help me to calm this clamouring rage. This is your chance to elevate yourself above the scurrying ants. So I think the rage, then, I think it refers to... like something has taken over her mind. That seems to be what happens with these blackened eyes. It's what happened to Barton's friend. So I think that is what's talking to us. I'm talking about scurrying ants and stuff. So I think the rage in the mind, I think, belongs to Verona. So I think it wants the abrasive nether to get rid of the part of this being's mind that is still Verona. So I think I'm actually going to give the Zephyrim. Let's try and help Verona break free. That's what I think. That's what in my head we're doing here. We're kind of helping Verona break free of this influence. But I guess let's see. See what that is at a later date. But yeah, so that is a Zephyrim. Pretty confident saying that's probably the last thing in my collection, alphabetically. Wow, okay, so things are building to a little bit of a head. Something to do with this casket. It's sort of taking over people to try and be open. That's probably how the woman drowned in the lake. Like, she got taken over by this influence and it was making her... I guess we're going to find out the casket's maybe at the bottom of the lake or something. Meanwhile, we got these guys who... I think they want to stop whatever's in the casket from getting out. They're creepy, but I think maybe they're quote-unquote the good guys? I guess we'll see. We don't have to make a decision on that right now. Alright, let's end the day. But the problem with storing powerful dark artifacts is that slowly, inevitably, the darkness seeps out. Might be a good time to go back to the museum and see if there's anything else to be gleaned there. Ball of twine. Or wool. Interesting. I'm guessing it could relate to roads or a bit of coastline, perhaps, or lines around a field. This is the key shape we're looking for. It's a bit too rounded to be roads, I think. Like, I want to say it's coastline, but... nothing that's jumping immediately out. The fact that some stuff can be rotated as well is a bit annoying. Sort of looking at some of the paths that go through the woodlands. These have sort of... I think maybe you have to try and ignore the jetties coming out. Might have to pause while I'm just scanning the map for this shape, which probably isn't very exciting to watch. So let me just pause things here. Okay, I've been looking for the shape, but actually I looked down the key as well, and there's this place called the Twinings. Maybe it's that. I was looking for anything that could be like wool related or string or twine related. And that one did jump out. I haven't clicked on it yet. Let's see if it works. No. Oh well, it was an idea. Not the right one, but it was an idea. I still think it's going to be a shape and then something at whatever we want to click on will be there. But I'm going to pause again. I got a bit frustrated looking at the town map, so actually I looked at both the castle and this map, and I think this might be it actually. If we think about entering the catacombs here, which as far as I can tell is the only entrance point, what happens is we move across here, sort of take a sharp turn around that corner, down that flat bit, little bump before continuing in that direction, or turning to the right and ending up here. So I think it's that. Inhaling deeply from the spirit vault to stay off the madness of the depths, I make my way carefully down crumbling passageways past decaying crypts. Placed carefully on top of the tomb is a collection of clay pots. Some lie in pieces, but most are whole. At first the collection seems unremarkable, but one in particular stands out, and I take it back up to the surface to take a closer look. Ooh. I think that's the symbol for water, if I remember. I don't know much beyond that what it could be or could signify, but I think that's correct. Alright, so let's begin the day. Marion Lancaster.
Someone very dear to me has fallen ill. I would like a nephroquant. Do not be concerned, dear. I have used one before and I know what I'm doing.
I don't even recognise that name. Maybe it's a recent page I picked up. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. These were once worn by the necromancers of the Five Knolls, who used them in their rituals of resurrection. Their power became bound to them such that if they were to remove them even after death, the nephroquant would crumble to dust. Today their power is much diminished, but they can be used to draw out infections. However, they will cause braxis if held against bare skin for long periods. Now, braxis is the heat curse, is it not, if I remember right? Or necrosis of the flesh. The afflicted will feel no pain, but the scarring has no cure. Okay. I guess... Does anything kind of give me that feeling of... I'm touching it. Does it give like a feeling of... I don't know. Necrosis? Let's look again at the description. So... Necromancers, Five Knolls, used them in the rituals of resurrection. Power became bound to me if they were to remove them after death, would crumble to dust. They can draw out infections. Alright, let's have a look at some of the symbology stuff. Calm, confusion, death could be one to look out for, perhaps. Or maybe an upside down one of those, if it's about resurrection. Or life, perhaps. Paralysis, poison, truth, strength, protection, force, overhead. Yeah, maybe we'll keep an eye out for those symbols. Oh, earth is that a thing, not water. Okay. Could be rebirth. There could be that spiral thing. And if it is that, then I think I know what it could be. I think it's this, because of the spiral ring. Gold. Withered flesh. Grim. Quite unpleasant to touch. Yeah, plus it's blackened. Doesn't smell too bad. Nothing... Because it's got that spiral on, I think it could be that. They were once worn. Could you wear a hand? I don't know. Let's give it a go. That spiral makes me think it could be that. There we go. Oh, the item is the ring. I see. It is attached to a hand scarred by Braxis. So it is literally the ring. The hand is kind of a coincidence. But I see, yeah, it's got the Braxis thing. And the spiral represents rebirth. Yeah. So, there we go. Ooh. I think that could be the Skullflower thing, this Dread Vivant. The only way to handle some of the more dangerous artifacts, it can siphon power away from oneself for a time. The power rising up off a Dread Vivant is subtle but noticeably invigorating. I remember that was quite an energetic piece. These objects represents the balance of life and death, good and evil, hope and despair, which it kind of does. It's got a flower, and the skull, obviously. It's got a low hum. Energetic. Gold and black. Night and dark. I think that is a Dread Vivant. I'll put it in red, but I think that is going to be correct. So let's just hang you there. And then we had, what was the other thing? Oh, the Nephroquant. Confirmed. Okay, so N would go here. That doesn't look too bad. Let's leave it like that. Okay, who's next? Franklin Underhill.
Please do pay us a visit. We've got some items we're confident will be of interest to you.
Alright, like what? The Twinings. I was just there! Artisans of wood, iron and clay. Okay, let's go there now. It's number 15 if I remember right. There we go. The man who dropped off his card introduces himself as the owner of the Twinings, an unusual, sprawling series of grotto-like rooms filled with handcrafted carpentry, ironmongery and pottery. He leads me past wooden chairs and strange iron contraptions to a room unlike the others. This one is filled with small trinkets, ornaments and jars of various sizes, containing ominous-looking liquids and organic materials. "Oh no, it might not look like much, but there are some items of value among the junk here," says the man. "Take your time, let me know if you find anything interesting." 2 hours later, I have indeed unearthed something very interesting that I'm keen to take back to the shop for further investigation. Ooh, hello. Ooh, dark purposes and death and rot. Okay, that sounds like a quite unpleasant item. Oh, hang on. I'm leaving the Twinings with my haul when a man shouts at me from across the street. As I look around, annoyed, I notice to my horror that the man's eyes are as black as coal. He rushes towards me and I stumble backwards, fumbling with the strap of my satchel as I try to grab an item to stop him. Now, I think I identified the Wixit cord. Oh, was it? Should we try it? There we go, confirmed. A symbol of paralysis, there we go, which I thought, and it produces an optic field, yeah. To my relief, the man goes rigid almost immediately and topples forward onto the cobblestones. I turn and run, wanting to put as much distance as possible between myself and that creature. When I finally come to my senses, I realise I should alert Dr. Robertson, but by the time I return to the Twinings, the man is nowhere to be seen. Okay, we could try and seek out the doctor. I don't know if her place appears on the map. Wixit goes there. Can I move it further along? Okay, it's a bit close to the edge, but yeah, I can do that. Okay, so this thing is going to go there. I think we can artifact that. Is the doctor on here? There is the hospital, Wainwright Hospital. We could maybe do there, but you would think the doctor would be maybe more of a private practice type thing. Let's do it anyway. Number 5. Here. No desire to linger. I've probably gone mad. No, not too bad. Okay, but the doctor wasn't there, anywho. Okay. Something bad is about to happen. The ravens know it. My grandfather once taught me how to use a Cassander to see the paths ahead, but I saw what it did to him and vowed never to touch one again after he died. The gnawing worry of what is coming has become too much for me. Was this one that yeah, I think it's this. So let's test our theory. It isn't, actually. It isn't that. Okay. Well, let's return to the book. Okay, yeah, so this one, they do not produce a mentic field, but rather more mysterious selenic field. Maybe it's got arrows or something on it. Let's have a little look at what we've got now. So it could be this. I mean, it's got sort of arrows kind of shapes on it. It gives me goosebumps. Okay. Somewhat cool. What's it made of? Tin. The eyes of Cassander focus the power of the mind. Eyes. Could also be this. Does this give anything off? Reflect on my own mortality. Low chanting. Okay. Wood. Gemstones. Wood. Well, let's try. Let's pop a couple of these newer things down to maybe test our theories on them. I think. Well, we know it's not that anyway. I'm going to remind myself what a selenic field is. moon. So I think... no, I can't remember what it is. So it's triangle, little circle top, big one bottom. Okay. Oh yeah, this is the double helix type thing. Okay. So do any of these produce that? It's not that. It's Wix. Well, it's not Wixic actually. It's one of the others, but... Okay, so it's none of those. It has to be something here. Oh, this is new actually. What is it? What does this do? Ah. Okay. Let's take a closer look. So this one has dark green gemstones. Vibrates with energy. What do the dark green gemstones mean? The fourth eye. Okay, it's this then, isn't it? That's good. Okay, I think that is a Cassander. Ooh, great oak handle. I think we could probably identify that. I'll pop these things back. I remember something was made of oak. Is it this? This is you, isn't it? Not you watching it, but you. If that makes any sense. What was oak? Maybe I don't have that yet. I think this was oak, but obviously, yeah, it's not that, because that's a confirmed, whatever that is, truth conduit. Okay, where's the Cassander gone? That's going to be up here, isn't it, somewhere? Okay, I'm going to move one of you across. There we go. I might move you across there as well. Okay, who's next? Gilbert Ames. There's always seems to be something going on in Undermere. The sooner I can get this sorted and be on my way, the better. My uncle gave me a ring, and I've had nothing but bad fortune ever since. Started to think it might be cursed. Is there any way to uncurse it? Let's have a look at the Book of Curses. I don't think it's those. Has he got a bluish tint to his eyes? Hard to tell with those glasses. I mean, possibly. I might be able to uncurse something. Oh, yeah, that rings a bell actually. There's a box you can, or something you can put things into to uncurse them, isn't there? I forget what it was. Let's have a look at our book. Okay, so maybe we'll do a curse, perhaps. Could be the Custic Purifier. Yeah, maybe this. Lavinia Hawthorne. I have been researching ancient customs, particularly those relating to thaumaturgy, and I'm fascinated by the use of objects in ritual ceremonies. If you're able to get your hands on a gris, I would be very interested in studying it further. What's a gris when it's at home? Okay, for the ritual of the broken path. Okay. So for that ritual, a grist is heated slowly over a flame. To have full effect, it must be held in an ungloved hand until the ritual is complete, no matter how hot it gets. Implies metal. Maybe it's got a stone or a symbol for heat or fire. The ritual should not be performed by those who have not studied the Wixic art. It is common to suffer burns, but when done correctly, it should not be painful. Kind of looking at this, maybe bronze, turquoise. Let's have a little think. So, first of all, let's look up turquoise. Stone of water. What would be a stone for fire? It would be amber, probably. Or possibly volcanic. Ooh. Oh, no, that's the striated. Here's metal. Gris. It wouldn't heat the wood. I mean, it could be this. Gives me goosebumps. Green. So these symbols, I still haven't identified this, have I? What are those symbols? So a fire would be a triangle. Possibly the sun? It looks like a sun, so they'll be fairly easy to spot. Yeah, okay, so the marks on that gold one, they're weather marks. Yeah. So something to do with the weather, that one. Interesting. I'll have to have a look through. Now this one, this is the one that chills my blood to hold it. You'd heat stone. You could heat stone. Possibly it would make a Wixic field. Remind myself what that is, but I think I know what it is. Ah, okay, I was wrong then. So that's a Wixic field, almost like water lines but vertical. So is there anything up here that produces that? Yep, that does. That does not. I'm going to go with this, particularly as it said it was cold, so... No, it wasn't that at all. Try this. Nope. I've got to play dice. No, Jupiter. All right. Oh, you don't want the bones. What else have I got? I could hold the cat. And then I'll bank those for the pair. Alright, then we're just looking for pairs and 3 of a kind, so... I don't think it's worth holding on to anything. Better to have more dice to roll. There we go, so we've got a pair. So let's bank that. Now we want 3 of a kind. Oh, perfect, okay. Got it. Okay, well we know what it isn't. What else would you maybe... I mean, I'd go back to this one, perhaps. What type of field does this produce? That's Wixick. This one? No. There isn't a lot to go on for this grist. Let's read about it again. Try this. I mean, it looks like a hand. It's not Wixick. And the thing means water. Maybe that's it? No. I'm gonna go mad again if I'm not careful. Wouldn't heat clay. What's this made of again? Stone. Blessings. That is the symbol for fire. I think that's the opposite of paralysis. Oh! Black soot. Oh, it's this. I haven't checked the field, but yeah, the black soot kind of swung it for me on that one. A lumina called a moon pool. I don't know what that could be amongst my collection currently, but this is a grist. Doopy doopy doo. Starting to get a little bit crowded again. Hello, Leopold. It's Leopold.
There's been a basilisk sighting in the hills across the river from Backbarrow. I wouldn't say I'm a brave man, but I have a duty to protect my livestock and my village. Better me than a younger man with his life ahead of him. I've come to prepare my sword.
Now I know what this is supposed to be. It is... It's one like... Was it a folium? Yeah. I don't think I thought that I can get rid of this one incidentally. Because it ain't that. Ain't that. Might as well put that back over here, to be honest. Folium. A blade is drawn across the face of the folium 6 times during the ritual. Any known way to pierce its thick armor. Stone and gold. There's kind of 6 sections. Rough and pitted. Is there anything to suggest maybe it's been used as a whetstone? Feeling of disquiet lances through my body. I don't know if that makes sense. So that's water. Oh well, it's the up and down arrow, and then the arrows with the line through them. So fire, water, earth and air. Don't think it's that. Now okay, it says face, doesn't it? The face of a folium. Causes me to reflect on my own mortality. I hear low chanting, so perhaps it's been used in a ritual? I guess you wouldn't use it like a whetstone, but this is to do with death and decay and for a dark purpose. Potentially? Potentially that could be fighting something. Six times. Ritual. I mean, I'm going to try it because the chanting makes me think it is a ritual item. Nope. Time to play dice! Almost. Okay, not that then. Did I try this? I can't remember if I tried that. What was the turquoise stone is water, isn't it? Pierce. Maybe it's the pierce thing is the clue here. The basilisk is a snake. These are going to pierce the soul. It's green gemstone, which, as we all know, means a stone of earth and nature. I don't know. I'm going to try this, though. Nope. Gonna be playing dice. I already thought I had it with that piercing thing. Oh, this is going to be tough. Yeah, I'll get rid of this one first, I think. Need a lot of moths. Okay, I'll get rid of that one. Guess we'll start working up the easier one. Oh, actually, Jupiter's helping. Thanks, Jupiter, although it didn't do much, but it did stop that bad result. Okay, so we'll hold those die. Need one more moth. Oh god, what happens if I fail? Oh no, it undid my saved moths. I think I might fail this. Is it game over if I do? Okay, I've got 2 moths. Oh, I've got 4. Yahtzee! Ooh, that was a little bit close. I thought I had it with that piercing one, I must admit. What am I missing? I'm going to try this. Try the snake one. Can't remember if I've tried this one already. No, not that. What are the symbols on this? Is that blood? Moon and whatever that is. Let's check the symbology. Silver. Silver witch sign. Doesn't... probably not that. God, I can't even remember which ones of these I've tried now. Now, I suppose it could be one of the ones I think I've got, but actually I've mislabeled. Because I'm quite confident on those. There isn't a lot to go on. Blade is drawn across the face of a folium 6 times. I'm starting to get a bit desperate, to be honest. Oh, well, it's not one of these up here, is it? No. I'm stumped. All right, well, we'll give that a go, I suppose. I know it's a snake-like creature. That's a Cyrene ward. Maybe, is that what he's looking for? No. Yeah, no shit. Did I try this already? I can't even remember. I'll try it again. No, yeah. Back to the dice. I can't even remember which ones I've tried now. Ah, it takes away your locked ones when you do that. But I'll lock those. Ah, yeah, I've got 3 of a kind. 4 of a kind's going to be fun. I've got the 2 moths though. Let's try snakes. Ew. Can I not? Okay, that's a wipe. Okay. So I lost the 3 I gathered. I'm going to go with cats this time. There we go. Leopold. I'm going to need another hint. Yeah, I've done that. What's the next one? Yeah, what's the next one? Go away. I'm going to try another one. Jeez, I don't know. Could it be this? I mean, you could maybe slide it up the fingers to kind of prepare it now. Have I definitely got this in the shop? Because it's... Could it be this? I don't think it's that. It does say the hand of Prior, but it wasn't the hand. I tried that just now, didn't I? The hand. And I've tried that too, and it wasn't that either. Oh, it was. Right. Maybe I thought I'd tried that here. Okay. Maybe I didn't. Maybe that was another one. That's on me, because I'd seen it and I was like, no, I've tried that already, but obviously I hadn't. There we go. There, that one needs to move. Damn. Okay. At the time of the video, it's getting a little long, but let's try and finish out the day before we move on.
They've escaped. At first my patients grew agitated when I used the Guardian siren, but then I had a breakthrough. Vivian Cartwright woke up. She seemed lucid, calm even. I made a stupid mistake and loosened her restraints. I don't know what happened, whether the siren stopped working or perhaps it had never worked and she tricked me. She almost immediately she changed back and turned violent. Before I knew it, she'd managed to free the others. We tried to stop them, but they fought their way out of the hospital. I've no idea where they've gone.
Oh dear. Oh, and that is the end of the day. Okay, cool. Well, it makes sense to leave it there then. My brain's a bit fried. I filmed quite a few episodes in a row, and I think my brain is starting to get a little bit fried by the process of identifying stuff. So I might leave it until the next play session before I do any more. Because yeah, I didn't get hold of that last one at all, did I? I guess you could say we got there in the end, but like, kind of, not really. But hey. But let me know in the comments your thoughts. Always look forward to reading those. If you did enjoy this episode, then hit that like button. That'd be fantastic. Big shout out, as always, to our channel members. It's great to have you on board, and for you to be supporting the channel is really, really appreciated. And if anyone else is interested in checking it out, you know, you can get benefits such as being able to see future episodes of this and any other series that I feature on the channel. Yeah, that'd be awesome. But, you know, hope to see you next time. Bye for now.